Hey guys, what's up? It's Who's Griff here, and we're doing something a little bit different today. I by no means am a survival person, not at all. So what we're gonna do, because this is apparently the new meta thing to do, is to do the 1.16 snapshot. But here's the thing: we're gonna do something I haven't done before, ever. Is do the hardcore challenge, I guess per se. Um, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a survival person. Never have been. But I've always been more of a PvP type deal, and I've always enjoyed Minecraft as a game. Yeah, sure, I've had my single player worlds and all that mess, but I've never taken the time and made a series out of anything. And I think this would be an interesting thing to actually play through. Oh, Lord. That's not good. Okay, we're going to run this way. Uh, right in front of a pillager outpost. That's not good. Okay, I think we'll be okay now. That'll be my luck to spawn in on a hardcore world and to spawn right in front of a pillager outpost. I'm gonna have to remember that's indeed there because that might come in handy later on. But anyway, so what this is gonna do is really teach me the no is teach me the new stuff about 1.16. Because honestly, I stopped playing Minecraft in about 1.10 ish. I don't really remember when the new combat update was, and that's around when I stopped playing and went over to other games like Overwatch. Recently started playing Monster Hunter. And I played Call of Duty. Went back to Call of Duty. I played just a multitude of other games, and I kind of just left Minecraft on the back burners and just a game I used to enjoy. Never really played it anymore. Till recently, I just started playing it once again, trying to get back in the PvP community, which is I was just slowly getting there, getting all the rust out of my knuckles and putting this orange hoodie back to being feared as it was before. Uh, Apparently, a lot has changed. I haven't really even real checked out the new ocean update. I've worked a little bit with the new villager system just to kind of figure out how it works in my like personal survival world, just to kind of figure out what's going on. Uh, Now the new villager system is kind of really nice. It takes a little bit to figure out, but it's really nice. So I guess we're gonna start off with our just normal stone tools here, and I don't know if I want to do this series and really in just a very fast manner. Just defeat the inner dragon, wither, and then just end the series there. I'm not too sure about how I want to do it. Might just go till I die because this isn't hardcore. Uh, but there's so much that I can now really do, especially with the new Nether update and the new Netherite ore, and the new I say new Netherite ore, the new ingots and all that. That sounds very very interesting. You see, I don't know what it means by being stronger than diamond. I'm sure that they have some type of, I guess, kind of like effect closer to default enchantments. Ouch. I need to be careful with that. Something more like fire protection or something instead of just default no buff armor. Maybe, I'm not too sure. So let me know down in the comments if you would like to give me ideas on what to do. Me personally, I'm just one of those who just kind of live off. Just I don't do grand things. I just kind of do small things and just survive like that. I never really take the time to make a big house. I normally make a little shack and just build up if I need more room. Because it's always been easier for me to build up instead of build out and just make a giant house. So that's going to be a challenge for me. I'm really worried about that villager outpost, though. The pillager outpost. I'm sorry. Uh, really, still, like I said, I'm not too sure about. Oh, bed's gonna be nice. Not too sure about everything yet. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, a fox. Now, I have seen a few foxes, and I believe that's a very odd, to me, I believe that's an odd thing to add into Minecraft. Bees, on the other hand, I think is a very interesting thing as well. Didn't think that you'd ever add bees to Minecraft. Pillagers are, I believe the pillager and villager update was something that was really needed, because the villagers were just useless until you found the right one. There's no way you can really level them up and to get them to where you want them to be. They were just kind of there. I mean, sure, you'd find some with some good trades, and that's the one you'd be stuck with. But you can't get one villager to get multiple items. So I believe that is going to be a real big thing for me, is using the villagers to get what I need. Especially when it comes to ender pearls. If I can get a, I forget the name of it, but there's one specific villager I can get now can sell ender pearls for emeralds. And, we'll buy ender pearls for emeralds. So I'm just very curious. Oh crap, really? To see how that would really affect a normal playthrough of the game. May make it quicker, may make it more difficult. I'm not too sure. But I'm sure there's going to be some pretty good upsides to doing all of that. The downside to all this, like I said at the beginning of the video, I am not a survival person. I like to get things done very quickly. I guess to say, get leveled up in a way that no one can catch up with me. I like the competitive aspect of it. So I guess that's why I went with the hardcore world instead of just going with a normal vanilla survival with respawn and all that fun stuff. And plus, this is going to be more interesting for me as well. Probably for y'all too, because I'm sure that a lot of people prefer to watch hardcore because you see a lot of intense moments. Like, I've been watching Filza, and watching him just trying to I still really don't understand what's going on because he's played this longer than I have, but watching him know exactly what's going on at all times. But even watching someone who's an expert at whatever is going on, watch him tense up and kind of shut up for a little bit to play the game correctly and to not die. That one, to me, would probably add a more competitive aspect of it. So that's kind of just breaking down why I decided to do a hardcore series. So I'm not too sure on how it's going to work out. I have a lot of doubts about it. This is really my first series, coming back in 2 or 3 years. I've just done YouTube off and on. I mainly just did it as a hobby. And I probably should continue to do it as a hobby. Maybe turn it into a job later on. I'm not too sure. It all depends on how everything works out in the future. But I now have a better setup. I was once just running off a laptop. Now I've got a good CyberPower PC with a dual monitor setup. Got a microphone on the boom instead of just a Turtle Beach headset like I used to have. I've got me a pretty decent setup. So everything PC wise and gaming setup wise for me will give me more of a advantage than what I had before. Because before I used to struggle to get 60 FPS while recording. Right now I have it locked at 60. I normally run about constant 400 FPS without any Optifine or anything like that. So I run about 600 maybe. But right now I'm running without Optifine. I'm running without anything else. Now there will be lag spikes because I really just loaded into this world. It's the game lagging. And, just the natural beginning world stuff. just trying to figure out what to do. I don't know if I just want to go splunking the first episode, or should I just um, go on and start building a little house or whatever to get everything set up and ready to go. Let's see. The Pillager Outpost and spawn is that way. Sun's going down. Now, one thing that will come in handy for me if I want to go back to the spawn chunks and to take down that Pillager Outpost, so I can set up like iron farm and stuff. That will be a compass, and a clock would also be nice. So when I know really when to come up and to go down, and like if I'm underground caving, I'll know kind of about what to expect when I go up to the surface. If it's gonna be daylight, I'll be more than likely well off. But if it's nighttime, I know to be prepared. Like for instance, I've never really used a shield. I know the crafting recipe for it, and that's about it. So there's a lot of game mechanics I'm going to have to learn. Because, like I said, I've played a lot of PvP. I never played survival. They changed the survival aspect of it so much that I really think it's a different game. Now, I did go back to the original texture pack, the programmed default texture pack, because the new textures kill me. Now, more than likely, there will be a series coming out on my channel pretty soon. Whether or not it's going to be an ongoing series is up to the other people that I'm recording it with. And I did record it with something different than what I'm recording this video with now. So the quality of that won't be as good. I'm filling with Fraps and I'm dealing with Streamlabs. If I can get Streamlabs going okay and I get everything set up on my internet good, I will start streaming and trying to get used to all of that, because I love playing games. I love playing games. I just don't really like playing them by myself. But I found the more and more I talk while I play games, whether or not someone's playing with me, it's the company of knowing that there's someone right there I can talk to. Whether or not I'm talking aimlessly to a screen while no one is really sitting beside me or face to face with me, I still have something. I still have feedback, because I've done got now where I just join a random Discord. Oh, that's nice. Nope, staying away from that. It's got where I just sit in a Discord chat and listen to people that want to talk about memes or something, and I just play a game. I think it's more of the knowing that there's someone there that I can carry a conversation with. And half the time I don't carry a conversation about the game or anything else. It's just a normal conversation. Now, of course, with it being just me, I'm going to quickly run out of things to talk about. So I'm going to apologize for that. There's a lot I can say during this first episode, because there's a lot I can cover. And I don't really want to beat a dead horse later on, talk about the same things, about how I came from a PvP background, and never really played survival. I know I said that like 12 times this video, but that's the really only true thing. It's going to be painful for the people who know what's going on to watch. It's going to be real painful, because you know what's going on. You're like, well, Griff, why don't you do this? Why didn't you do that instead? Dude, I'm learning. I'm no stranger to the game. I'm just stranger to the aspect of survival. Okay, so it looks like I've got a decent bearing on the surrounding areas. I think I'm going to stay in this swamp for the time being. I know that spawn is still that way. I think the coordinates was it's like -28, 184, something like that. So either way, I can. If I don't remember, I can still craft a compass and make my way back there. And I believe if we clear that villager outpost and tear it down, or I find out a way, if it's even possible, to turn that into like a tower, some type of tower, like on a corner of a wall. Because real fast that I find out while watching Philza play, you're going to need walls around your base while you're trying to do your farming, whatever else you're going to do. Those walls will come in handy. Sure, he really doesn't have them around his base, but watching him struggle without them is going to be a very good learning curve for me. Oh no, screw that. It's going to be a good learning curve for me to work in the confines of a wall, to find more comfort, not be so paranoid, and not also have to be watching my back. This is also one thing I'm going to avoid is really open caves like this. I don't trust them because I don't know what's going to be around each corner now, because it's a different aspect to the game now. I've got to be a lot more careful. And I've never been the most cautious video game player. I've always been like, screw it, let's go in. You know, just been going in, just screaming yeet the entire time. I'm that idiot who jumps in with leather boots in a full diamond fight and somehow come out alive. Don't know how, just running away, screaming for my life. Okay, full iron, that's a real good thing for right now. Like I said, I'm going to try to avoid these, but right now this is more like a surface cave. Okay, full iron and some tools. So I think that's going to be a really good setup for the first episode. This is just some quick iron and maybe build a little shack and try to figure out what's going on from there. Now, if I do sound a bit stuffy, I'm getting over a sickness, and I apologize for that. But I'm getting there. I'm getting better. I got out of high school or graduated back in 2018, and I've just been working ever since. Currently I'm a waiter at a restaurant, and I'm really not having a real good, not income. Real good. See, that's why I don't trust it. Not having a real good time trying to get my life together at a restaurant, being a waiter and a cashier. It's gonna be fun to try to fit this in my schedule, as in trying to turn a hobby into a job, and it's gonna take time and it's gonna take a lot of effort. See, mainly if I'm off, I'm normally off during the daytime, and I normally work at nights. And if I work at nights, I won't be able to record till my house goes to sleep. I still live at home, and it's just a very hard situation to sit down and to find the time to quietly record and not disturb everybody else. So I've got all the odds working against me here, and I think it's going to be a good challenge, and it's going to be something that I'm going to look forward to doing. Now, the only problem I really have is keeping the motivation to do it. But I think if I'm going to actually buckle down and try to get my life together and try to see if I can turn this into a job, if not, whatever, I will still have this as a hobby, and I will still have the memories of the things I've done on here as for something to look back on and to reminisce. Now, I look at all my old videos. Sure, they're all montages, but I look at all my old videos, and it just makes me smile because I remember the times I spent with online friends and the struggles I went through learning what little editing I did do. But I remember my first little PC setup. I had a laptop, I had a gaming, and I had a Logitech. I forget what keyboard it was, and a Razer Orchi mouse. So I had the keyboard plugged with my laptop. I had my mouse plugged with my laptop, and I had my little Turtle Beach headset on, and I was ready to go. So right now, this setup I got now is going to be a lot different. I'm able to really look at what I've got going on. I'll be able to look at crafting recipes. I'll be able to read the wiki forums or whatever else I need to as I go on through this journey as 1.16 snapshot of hardcore survival Minecraft. And yes, I still have the same OG skin from all the PvP montages from played Minecraft. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to find a place right here in this, probably right here, this little plateau area of this mountain range, ridge, or whatever you would like to call it, and end the episode off here. And so I think we're just going to do a little bit of probably just a little bit of a spruce build and call it good, set some torches. Now by doing that, set it up right here. be good to go. Cook some food up later as well. A lot of the mining and stuff I'll probably end up doing off camera because, like I said, I do not trust open caves, and with especially my abandoned mine shaft with the poison spider spawners. So a lot of it probably be just strip mining the entire time unless I find a kind of a decent ravine. I'd probably plunge in that, then just let it go. So I gotta play. I gotta play with the most extreme caution. So I believe it's gonna be fun. I played one Survival World one time. I did nothing but cave. I'd never built a house or anything. I just caved the entire time, and it was quite miserable to sit there and to watch. I mean, I was miserable playing it, but I thought it was kind of cool about how I just did nothing but cave the entire time. Because it's different. You don't see anybody literally just living out of their inventory. And to be honest, it was quite a challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It was quite a challenge because most people don't live out their inventory. And it's a different thing because there's so much more that you've got to consider. You got to consider your food. You've got to consider how much time you're going to spend in one place because you're going to fill your inventory up so quickly. And it's an interesting thought. It's like literally in real life trying to fit as much as you can in your pockets and walking off. Oh boy, sun's going down. I don't like this. Set me up I don't have a dope. I'm gonna have a little bit of a door up and all set, but that'll be all right. I'm not going for perfect right now. I'm just going for compatible. Alrighty. So we got this little shack set up. I'm gonna set up some torches, make us a door, set my bed down, and we will be good to go. Let's start again in the morning. Alright, food. Go in there. Door. I don't like that of the fact now that the doors stack with 3s. Torch. Alrighty, put some torches on the inside, torches on the outside. Next episode, we'll probably end up building a wall or something around our base so nothing can get in while I'm doing whatever it is that I will be doing. So there we go. So we're going to end it off here. So again, sorry for the unsymmetrical door. It's just something I'm going to have to actually... Bed's right there. Yeah, I guess the plans will be for next episode will be to start on our little living area. Start with our wall and maybe expanding the house just a little bit to make it a little bit more livable. So I believe that's going to be it. I'm going to end it here on morning, I think, 3. So once again, I thank you all for watching. If you'd like to see another video, please subscribe and leave a like. Leave a comment on what I should do later on the series and what you think I should be building. All right. So I'll see you next time. Y'all have a good night.